Hey guys, good afternoon. This is JC Garcia. I'm the team leader for Keller Williams Legacy in Weston, Florida. Today I'm going to be doing a video on how to analyze a property from the financial perspective for a client who wants to purchase an opportunity or a vehicle to rent. So it's not short term. It's a long term investment, and I'm going to show you by using a template how you can calculate cap rate. Just to let you know, also the link to the template that I'm going to be using is it's in the description of this video. So with that being said, let's get started. The first thing we need to do is, or that I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you the property that we're going to be analyzing. 100% what we're going to be doing is analyzing just pure numbers. I'm not going to do a market analysis. I'm just going to do numbers based on what I see there, how to plug it into the analysis calculator. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to search for this property, which I have already picked. The property address is 11545 Terra Bella. This video is being recording on May 19th, 2020. So if you have access to the MLS, you can access it and see that the property is live. So this is the property. 11545 Terra Bella Boulevard. It's a townhouse, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, listed at $269,900. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the remarks and broker remarks to see if it says anything about restrictions for rentals. Nothing there. Next one up, I'm going to go to see if there's any type of restriction. In the restriction area, okay to lease. The only restriction is no trucks or RVs. Okay, so here it's disclosed. It's okay to lease this property. Something else that I do is I look at for how long this property has been in the market. So it's been in the market for 89 days. Next thing I do is see if there's any attachments. There's no attachments. I go to purchase history. I meant to say property history. Then I see what has happened with this property. So it was rented, and now back in February 20th, they decided to put this property for sale. Initially it was listed at $274,900. Now it has gone all the way down to $269,900. So they have reduced the price by $5,000. All right. So the next thing we do is we're gonna go to see what other things we can get out of this area where the property is located. So the next thing we do is we're gonna do an analysis based on this specific subdivision. So we're gonna go to, right here is the property address, right? We're gonna go to map, and it's gonna show us, the system is gonna show us where the property is located. So all this community, it's called Terra Bella. Okay, so I'm going to select that specific area. Okay, so I have selected that area. I'm going to go back to criteria, and I'm going to delete this. If I leave it up, the system is not going to look for anything but something that matches that property address. I'm going to remove the active and put close sale. This property is 3-bedroom, so I'm going to do 3-bedroom. And then down here it says in the last 180 days, only one property has closed in that subdivision. This property, the list price was $262 and it was closed for $216,500. 3. And it was an REO property, real estate owned property that was foreclosed. Okay. So just for the sake of this, I'm going to see how many properties have been sold in the last year. None. 3-bedroom, none. So let me remove the bedrooms. In the last year, only 2 properties have sold. So I'm going to see the results. Let me change the way. So a 2-bedroom sold for $245, and this 3-bedroom sold for $216,300. Let me review something about this particular property down here. It was cash. Okay, so there were no concessions. Let's see in what conditions this property was, because that price is extremely low. So that's it. There's no pictures of the inside. Okay. Zone. So it was sold at an auction. Okay. So once again, I said that I was not going to do an analysis on the property to see what the right price for this property should be to be purchased. However, I'm going to use the numbers on what has rented in that particular subdivision. So I'm going to go search rental. I'm going to go to the map, and it's right here. Here is the subdivision, Terabella. So please don't think that I'm an expert at locating properties or addresses. I was reviewing this before I started recording. That's the reason why I can get to this property quite fast. So we're gonna see what properties have been rented in the last 6 months and what's active right now. Let's see the results. So I see that there's one property that is right now for rent. It's a 2-bedroom, and it's been listed for $1,825. There's another property that is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, was rented at $1,950, and a 2.5 was rented at $1,700. So I see that my comp sustained the $1,950. Let's take a look at the conditions on that property so that we compare to our subject property. Nice upgrades, nice countertop. Okay, those are the pictures. Now let's take a look once again to our property. Was it this one? No. Yes. This was our property. Let's look at the pictures. Wow, there's 75 pictures. I'm not gonna look them all. Just looking at the upgrades. Okay, it's not as nice as the other one. However, it does have other things. Okay. Okay, so that's it for this property. Let's say that for the sake of this exercise and in order to make it attractive, let's round it off at that we get this property at $260,000. Instead of $269,900, we get it at $260,000. Remember that this property, the original list price was $274,900. So from $260,000 to $274,900, that's about a $15,000 price decrease that we've done. All right. So what we do now is the very next thing we have to do is take a look at how much they're paying for taxes. Many real estate agents made the mistake of going at using this number, 3,521. In reality, that is not what this property will be paying for taxes. If you're not sure how it's calculated or what percentage out of the purchase price the property will pay in property taxes, what you do is you go to Google and you put Broward County Property Appraiser. And this is Broward County Property Appraiser website, or bcpa.net. Right here, bcpa.net. And then on this tab, you're going to see that there are different tabs. One is called Homebuyer Tax Estimator. You click there and you put the how much is this property going to be purchased at. In this case, we said we're going to this clients we're going to purchase this property at $260,000. Okay, it's an investment property, so the homestead exemption does not apply. Homestead exemption only applies if it's their principal residence. Okay, then we'll calculate how much money they're going to pay in taxes, and right there it says that it's $4,717. As you can see, there is a big difference between what they pay in property taxes for this property, which is $3,521, and the $4,717 that the website gives us as an estimator. Okay, so now that we have that clear how much they're going to pay in taxes, we know, number one, what number we're going to use for the rental. Remember that we look at the properties that for how much they being rented, and we're going to use the $1,950 as a price point. Number two, we already found out how much this property are going to pay, approximately how much you're going to pay in property taxes, which in this case is $4,717. Great. Now, what's next? So we're going to use the rental analysis template that I gave you guys, the link in the description of this video. So we're going to put the property address as 11545 Terabella Boulevard. This is in Plantation, Florida 33325. The rent we said was going to be $19.50. Next one up is the HOA dues is $266. Purchase price we said it was going to be $660,000. Here in the description for this property, it did say that let me open it up. It did say that the tax rolls show incorrect square footage. So we're not gonna use that piece of information at this point. Property tax, when we did the tax estimator, it was $4,717, and the link to that, this is the property, so this is the link that I'm going to copy and put right there. Paste. Okay, awesome. So I have most of the information. What type of property is this? This is a townhouse. All right. So we only entered the information up here, and automatically that information got populated into the template. And vacancy, if you want, you can put a vacancy rate. I like to be conservative and I go 10%. That's the number that I use for vacancy. Then as you scroll down, you will see that offsite management. If there's going to be a management company, 10%, you can get rid of that. The HOA, it's populated here as 266. So in 1 year is $3,192. So this property, the cap rate is 5.1%. What if the client says, oh, you know what, but I don't want 5.1, I want 6%. Well, there are two ways to increase the cap rate. One is to purchase the property at a lower amount or to increase rent. Now, out of those two, the one that it will be not easier, but you can negotiate a little more, will be the, for me, is the purchase price. So I rather negotiate on the purchase price than on the rent amount. Although someone might say, well, what about if we do a combination? All right, so how much would it be for rental? Let's say that for rental is $100 more, so it's $20.50. Okay, so if it goes up by $100, then the cap rate goes up to 5.5%. And then if I lower the purchase price, let's say that for the purchase price we do $250,000, then the cap rate goes up to 5.7. So at 240, we're at 5.9. So at 237,500, we are at 6%. Okay, that's how you can increase the cap rate. And again, we are speculating that we are going to be able, in this case, to get $100 more than the rental that we saw that the property was rented for in that particular community. All right, guys, that is pretty much it. This is what I've used, what I still use for my clients if they want me to do an analysis. I try to keep it simple, and when you print, do Control P. The report looks like this. So if you're going to print this in PDF, of course, it looks in color, and you can play with it. My suggestion is remove the logo, put your own information, and that's it, guys. I wish this was helpful. If there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. Shoot me an email at jc@jcgarcia.com, and you can also send me a message through this YouTube channel. All right, guys, thank you so much for your time, and I really hope this helps you guys whenever you are dealing with a client that is an investor who wants to acquire a rental property, or your own whenever you want to acquire a rental property. Thank you, guys, and take care. Bye-bye.